For the Georgia Gym Dogs, everything was on the line at the SEC Championship. They shocked everybody by winning in spectacular fashion. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. All the highlights next.
What can I say? They were the best. They really stood out. They put it all together when it counts, and that's what this sport's all about.
What a routine.
And that just may do it for Georgia here tonight.
The Gym Dog Show is brought to you by Melwood Springs. Melwood Springs from the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Georgia.
Well, here you have it, the SEC Championship Trophy that we promised you a week ago. Hi, I'm Suzanne Yocklin. Welcome to the Gym Dog Show. And today with me is Associate Head Coach Jay Clark and also our 14th SEC Championship Trophy. It was quite a weekend.
Absolutely, it sure was. What an exciting way to do it, to come in the number 4 seed and to be sort of the underdog and to start the meet the way we did. We led from start to finish, and what an exciting way to get the championship part of the season kicked off.
There is so much we want to show you today about this SEC Championship, as it was one of the closest competitions in, I don't know, just a really, really long time, with Georgia, Alabama, Florida, and LSU duking it out for that number 1 title, the SEC title. We've got it here, and we're going to show you what it took to get it. Let's look at the first rotation. Georgia started out on floor exercise.
Here we are at the arena at Gwinnett Center. What a fantastic facility this place is to have an SEC championship. We get started on the floor exercise, and Brittany Smith is second up for us. Nikki's already gone and had a little bit of a problem, stepped out of bounds on her last pass. Brittany Smith up with opens with a nice double pike there to get it going. Comes back in the middle with a round-off whip half. Front layout, punch front pike, very well executed. Brittany's a very clean performer, not only on this event, but also on the balance beam. And then finishes with a double back, and she comes in and lands a little bit short, but other than that, the routine was flawless, and she goes 9.85. Michelle Emmons up next for us on the floor. Michelle's the power tumbler that we have on our team. If you have to classify someone, beautiful double layout there. She comes back in the middle with another D-level pass, front full, punch front layout. That's a D to C combination. A little step there on the pass that probably cost her a half tenth to a tenth, and then a double pike at the end, beautifully executed. She does go 9.9, and so we're very excited about the way things have gotten started at this point on the floor exercise. Kelsey Erickson coming up next, and another big potential scorer for the Gym Dogs. She opens up with a round-off back handspring double pike. Little bit of a out-of-control lunge there. They probably took a half tenth to a tenth there. Comes back in the middle with a front full front, and again steps forward. Uncharacteristically for Kelsey, those steps on the landing. She's usually very, very good with her landing. Finishes it with another D pass, a double tuck. Much better landing on that one. Kelsey goes 9.875. Probably one of the most difficult routines done by our team was Kelsey. Ashley Kupets back in on floor. We had taken her out because of her Achilles. You can see she's a little rusty there on the landing on the double pike. Comes in a little bit short. Does a front full to a punch front in the middle. Another D-level pass. Again, you see all but one of the Georgia routines finished with D-level tumbling, which we think is very important down the stretch. And there again, a nicely done double tuck to finish her routine. Other than the first pass, that routine was absolutely beautiful, and she goes 9.875 as well. Katie Heenan bringing it home. She's our anchor on floor. She does a front double full, punch front. That pass is worth 4/10 of bonus right there. A little bit flat-footed on the punch, but really not much of a problem that she had to correct in order to avoid an execution deduction. Nice double pike here. Lands a little bit with the chest down, but not too bad. And then finishes with another D pass, front layout to a front full. Katie is obviously one of the best performers in the country. As she finishes this routine, she just draws the crowd in, and it's such a nice routine to watch. 9.9 was her score, and so we feel really good about where we are, finishing up on floor with a 49.4, although we think we probably could have done a little better. This is Orly Smooch up on bars, for the Florida Gators. She's a senior. Does an unusual mount there to a giant full, to a ginger between the bars, just like Lauren Merkovich from Michigan does. A little short on her handstand work there. To a packed salto. And she comes back to the high bar to get ready for her dismount. Pretty good handstand there. A giant full to a double tuck, which she sticks, and she goes 9.825. So now we're in the third rotation when we're on the vault. This is probably the most intensely packed rotation of the meet, as all four teams that are in contention are on the floor. We're on vault. Megan Doolan starts us off with a huge step there that we thought was going to be costly, and she goes 9.775, so it did cost her. It was a beautiful vault. She had trouble in warm-ups, pikes it down a little bit there, and then takes a big step and picks up the front foot for probably 2/10 of a deduction there. Katie Heenan up next on the vault for us. Katie does one of her best vaults of the year and just absolutely sticks it. Scores a 9.875. It was a beautiful vault. Excellent body position all the way throughout. Good amplitude, good distance. Just really a well-executed vault there for us, 9.875. Brittany Smith up next for us on the vault exercise. Beautiful vault there. A little bit of a step on the landing. You can see it had great amplitude, a nice stretch position all the way to the floor. And Brittany goes 9.8 on this vault. We were a little bit confused about that score. A little bit of a bent leg there before she lands, as you can see in the slow motion part, but excellent amplitude and excellent distance. Annie Gagnon from LSU on the uneven bars. And again, all four of the top teams are on the floor at this time. She opens with a giant half to her Corkina release. A little bit short there on that handstand. Not bad, though. Kills the swing, does a counter swing to handstand there for her second release. And she comes back to the high bar to finish up with her dismount. Tiny short on that handstand. Double layout, which she does very well. A little bit of a step there. She scores a 9.85 on that event. Beautiful routine. Kelsey Erickson up next for the Gym Dogs on vault. Blast, a huge vault. Takes a big hop, though, and that's what cost her. She piked it down probably when she didn't need to. She really gets off the horse, gets some tremendous height and distance, pikes down there, and so consequently takes that hop rather than if she had stayed open hip, she probably could have stuck it. 9.85. Ashley Miles on the floor, and this is her signature event. She opens up with a huge double layout. Beautifully done. She is by far their most powerful floor worker. Front handspring, front full to a front layout where she stepped backwards just a little bit, which is an indication that she was a little short on that landing. And then a little squat, a little bit short on that, but not too bad. 9.95, an excellent routine. Ashley Coupette's up on vault. She picks the right time to do a great vault. A little hop there on the landing, but just the amplitude is monstrous as usual. It's a round-off backhand, it's a round-off entry. Back handspring with a half turn to a front pike. You can see the round off here, a half turn, the front handspring, front pike. Beautifully done. A little bit of a hop, 9.9, and that tied her season high. After 3 rotations, we've done very, very well, but as you can see, we haven't stretched it out. We're only up by .125, and LSU and Florida are still very much in contention as we are now going to bars and beam, and they head towards the power event.
The Gym Dog Show has been brought to you by Melwood Springs. Melwood Springs from the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Georgia. Brown Arrowhead Clinic. Arrowhead Clinic, Georgia's largest spinal health care organization. By Athens Regional Medical Center. At Athens Regional, we have a specialty. You. By Golden Pantry. Golden Pantry, we've got what you need. By McCarr Homes. McCarr Homes, built right. Right where you want to be. And by Locos. With salads, sandwiches, wings, burgers, and entrees, there's something for everyone at Locos.
Okay, we're back with my friend from the Herald, Miss Andrea Johnson-Herring, and Senator Sterling Wentworth III. Topic, House Bill 54. Miss Johnson-Herring.
It's appalling. It's like planting a ponderosa pine in a non-Piedmont growth area.
Next topic, what's for lunch? Senator.
New York Strip, still moving.
Miss Johnson-Herring.
Vegetarian.
You're both right. We're going to Locos.
Tough crowds agree. There's something for everyone at every occasion at Locos.
Well, you vegetarians are all right.
With over 26 active communities in the Atlanta area, McCarr Homes is committed to providing superior customer satisfaction before, during, and after building your dream home. From affordable townhomes to luxurious estate homes, Makar has a plan and a neighborhood to fit almost any lifestyle. A certified professional builder with over 40 years experience, Makar Homes is built right where you want to be. For available home and home plans, visit www.makarhomes.com.
Ask Suzanne, brought to you by Makar Homes. And this week's question is, how does it feel to win your 14th SEC championship title? And my answer is, it feels great this year, especially because the competition was really close. And all 4 teams in contention for the title, no one counted a major break. That's Ask Suzanne, brought to you by Makar Homes. Welcome back. Well, after the vaulting event, Georgia still has the lead. Our 49.2 on vault did beat LSU's vault score, and that's what you have to look at. You have to look at how we do against another team on the same event. We've already competed on our 2 strongest events, vaulting and floor exercise, so we expected to have a lead. It's going into our 3rd event, which is the uneven bars, that will really see how relaxed and confident this Georgia team really is. Jay, what do you think of the meet so far?
Well, Suzanne, we'd have liked to have done a little better than we did on floor and vaulting. We've got the lead, but again, like you said, we have to be able to compare apples to apples and where each team has been. We did beat LSU's vaulting score, and that is a plus. But now we've got to go to bars and to beam. LSU is going to be on a beam while we're on a bye. So let's take a look at those 2 highlights before we go to bars. So while we're on the bye, LSU goes to beam because there is no bye between these 2 events in a 7-team rotation. It's a beautiful round-off layout mount there by Lisa Rennie for LSU. Comes with her leap series here, a pike jump to a back handspring swing down, which she really had some trouble on. Major wobble there. A 1-arm back handspring to a layout, a little bit of a balance check again there. Straddle jump, 2/10 the bonus, very well done. So there's a front handspring to her dismount, which is a gainer full off the side. Very nice routine, 9.85. April Burkholder up next. A round-off layout for her as well. That's a D-level mount. Flip-flop layout for her. Balance check, which she corrects very quickly. Does her ring jump there. Another 10th of bonus. Switch leap to a sheep jump. Her routine's loaded with difficulty. And then she finishes with a double pike, which is beautiful dismount. She takes a step there on the landing. It only goes 9.825, and those steps really, really cost her. There were 2 of them. So now we go to bars. Audrey Bowers is second up for us. Megan Doolin has already gone. Went 9.775. Took a big step on her landing. A little short on that handstand for Audrey there. To Tkachev. Giant fold to Tkachev. Her straddle back to handstand. She comes back to the high bar. A little better on that handstand, but still possibly could have been a 0.5 deduction. Does a double layout dismount, which she lands very cleanly, sticks the landing. So the handstands are really her only major deductions, and she goes 9.8. Nikki Childs up next on bars. You can see her handstand work, which we talked about all year, is beautiful. Giant full to Ginger for her first release. Good handstand there to her pack salto. Excellent toe point, excellent extension. Just absolutely beautiful to watch on this event. Half pirouette on the low bar. Comes back to get ready for her dismount. Does a giant full to immediate double tuck for bonus. And sticks the landing for the 2nd time this year. Beautiful, beautiful routine. 9.9 was her score. Katie Heenan, 4th up for us on the bars. Excellent Shaposhnik over there. A little bit of leg separation as she swings backwards. We don't like those camera angles sometimes. Does a good uphill, a good hip cast handstand there. She made sure she hit her handstands. Toe on and off the handstand. Flawlessly executed. Giant blind, so double front dismount, a little bit of a step backwards on that dismount. It goes 9.9. That routine is absolutely difficulty packed. A beautiful routine for Katie Heenan. Kelsey Erickson up next for the Gym Dogs on the bars. Kelsey did a great job with her handstands on this night. She hits the first one, does a toe on and off to her Tkachev. Comes back, hits another handstand. She's got 3 of them, so we have to really work on them a lot. Pike Jaeger, immediate overshoot. She's cruising through this thing. We're still working on that toe point, needing to get it a little better, but she's doing a better job with it. Good last handstand, getting ready for her dismount. Arabian double front with a step forward, 9.85. That step got her a 10th, I'm sure. Ashley Coupette on the bars. Starts off with the same mount as most everyone else on our team. Nice giant full here. She went a little conservative. We took the 1.5 out to a giant half. Her Shushinova, which is an E-level skill. Good handstand, good bail to handstand here that she finally is getting all the way up to vertical now. Comes back with a nice handstand here at the end. Giant full to immediate double tuck. She sticks her landing to finish out a very strong bar set for us. Our season high 49.325 is what we wound up with on bars, and boy did we need it. It came in a great time after doing well on the first 2 events, but not actually knocking it out like we're capable of.
Hi, my name's Danielle Carton. I like to ask Samantha what it was like competing in the World Championships.
Thanks for the question. The World Championships that I competed in was a great experience. It was a lot of fun to representing the United States and having great moments with my coach.
If you've been injured in an accident, serious neck and back pain may occur. You need to know the pros at Arrowhead.
That's right, Kevin. Car accidents can cause pain that could get worse if not treated immediately. Arrowhead Clinics has been treating auto accident victims successfully for over 25 years. At Arrowhead Clinics, we'll take care of the paperwork for you. Our first concern is your treatment. Call Arrowhead Clinics now if you've been injured in an accident. Relief, recovery, results at the Arrowhead Clinics.
I'm glad I know the pros at Arrowhead.
The Georgia Gym Dogs are red hot. Hot team. Cool water. Melwood Springs, now available at Golden Pantry. Golden Pantry, we got what you need.
The Golden Moment, brought to you by Golden Pantry. And this week's Golden Moment is the Georgia Gymnastics team winning their 14th SEC Championship title in a really close competition, finishing the meet on the most difficult event, the balance beam. That's the Golden Moment, brought to you by Golden Pantry. Welcome back. Well, as this meet has progressed, it looks like LSU and Georgia have pulled away from Alabama and Florida by just a little bit. And what a coincidence. Both LSU and Georgia are both on a bye in the last rotation. So we're coming into the last event for both teams. Georgia goes over to the dreaded and difficult balance beam, while LSU gets to head over to floor exercise. And there's only 0.2 of a point difference between the two teams. So Georgia's under a lot of pressure right now. Let's see what it takes to win this SEC championship title.
So we're headed to our last event. And after the last event, we stretched out a little bit on Florida and Alabama by 6 or 7 tenths. But LSU is well within striking distance, and they're going to floor. I got to believe they feel pretty confident with us going to beam and them being only 2.5 tenths back. But Kelsey gets us started on the beam. She's a little wobble there on her mount. Kelsey was very tentative. As you can imagine, the pressure was very, very great. You can see another balance check there. Pressure was great on our team to finish on this event. Good leap series there. Straddle jump, wolf jump. And she does stick her dismount. She goes 9.775, which is lower than what she's accustomed to doing. But at least she stayed on, and that's what we've got to do. We've just got to match their floor scores at this point. Brittany Smith comes up, and after our first couple of routines being very tentative, Brittany kind of settles everybody down. You can see she's moving very well through this routine and very solid. Switch leap, wolf jump. Then she finishes here with a wolf jump to a back tuck. There's Brittany's double stag, which is another D skill for her. Now she's winding up for her dismount, which is a round off 1.5 twist that she sticks. To put an exclamation point on that routine, a great routine to kind of settle our nerves down. That's what junior and senior leadership is all about. 9.85 was her score. So now we go back to another freshman, and Nikki Childs comes up. And again, her line and her grace and her performance on this event, just like the uneven bars, is second to none. Beautiful toe point on her flip-flop layout. Switch leap ring. She has a little bit of a balance check there. That's going to get her 1/2 tenth probably. Wolf jump to a double stag. A little bit of a balance check there. Nothing major though. Beautiful front aerial that she does incredibly well, which is another D skill. And finishes with a C dismount. Gainer pike off the end, where she kind of steps forward and tries to cover her landing, but it goes 9.85, and at this point, that's what we need. We just need solid. We don't have to be perfect. We just got to stay with LSU and what they're doing on the floor exercise. Ashley Coupette's up on beam for us. Punch front to a wolf jump. Flip-flop layout for her series. Again, very, very nicely done. So far, she doesn't have any balance checks anywhere. Straddle jump here. 2/10 of bonus. She's cruising through this routine, which is exactly what we need. We need our anchors to do that for us. Switch leap, punch front full dismount, little hop on the landing, but otherwise a great routine. Scores 9.9, not a single balance check throughout the routine. The crowd is going absolutely nuts at this point because they're starting to smell victory. So we'd already told our team this meet will not be over until Katie Heenan dismounts the balance beam, and it turned out to be prophetic words because LSU was doing a great job on floor. Katie's on the beam here. She does her punch front as well as anybody does in the country. She lands very, very high. Straddle jump here to another straddle jump. 2/10 of bonus there. So with that and the punch front, she's now at 3/10. Back handspring layout. Layout's another D, so now we're at 4/10. We're 1/10 away from her completing her 10-0 start. And there it is, the sheep jump, which is an E. So now she's a 1/10 over what she absolutely has to have. Very well executed. A little balance check on the sheep jump. Not too big, though. Could have been a 1/2 tenth if you're really going hard on that. She's getting ready for her dismount. So round off double full. We took the double back out a few weeks ago, trying to go with a more consistent dismount. An excellent double full, little hop on the landing. So she goes 9.95 to close out what is an unbelievable meet. At this point, the crowd absolutely knows we've won it. It's virtually mathematically impossible now for Florida and Alabama to catch us. They would have to score 10s on every single routine. So a 50, I don't believe that's going to be happening. The team is very, very excited. We found out what LSU has scored, and we've finished up the meet with a 197.25, and LSU is a 196.95. We actually stretched our lead by a 1/4 tenth, but stayed right with them on floor on the balance beam, which is an unbelievable achievement in a pressure-packed meet like this.
Routine of the Week, brought to you by Athens Regional Medical Center, and this week's choice is Katie Heenan on the balance beam, as she competes in the anchor position and scores a 9.95 to help the Gym Dogs win their 14th SEC title. That's Routine of the Week, brought to you by Athens Regional Medical Center.
I'm sorry, honey, I know it hurts. Oh, x-rays, they don't hurt at all. It's like a magic eye that looks inside of your body to see if anything's broken. This is where Hannah came to get her stitches out last year, remember? Of course, honey, Mommy will be with you the whole time. And remember, Mommy wouldn't take you here if it wasn't the best place in the whole world. Athens Regional Medical Center, a passion for medical excellence.
Drop by drop, pure, refreshing. A trickle becomes a stream, flowing from the source. Refreshing, fresh, in the store or at your door. Millwood Springs.
Countdown to the NC2A is brought to you by Millwood Springs. Georgia now has our highest ranking since the preseason poll, as we've moved up to number 5 in the nation, which places Georgia in the top 6 in the country, and so we will go into the NCAA regional competitions as a number 1 seed. That's Countdown to the NC2A, brought to you by Millwood Springs.
Welcome back. Well, there it is. We've won our 14th SEC championship. What an amazing way to do it. We led from start to finish, and the great thing is we still got room to improve. Our hats are off to LSU. What a fantastic team they are. They really pushed us to the very end, and we're just excited to get this part of the championship season started off the way it is and roll into regionals and see what happens from then on. Suzanne?
And we have just improved so much. You know, if you just look at our scores from the first half of the season, we were averaging below a 196, about a 195.7 for the first half of the season. And here we are 6 weeks later, and now we're averaging over a point higher than we were at the beginning of the season. So our team has improved, and they are championship caliber, and they are looking forward to being a contender for the national title at the end of the season. We'll see you next week as we preview the NCAA regional competitions, where 36 teams will compete for only 12 spots in the national championships.
The Jim Dog Show has been brought to you by Millwood Springs. Millwood Springs from the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Georgia. Brown Arrowhead Clinic. Arrowhead Clinic, Georgia's largest spinal health care organization. By Athens Regional Medical Center. At Athens Regional, we have a specialty. You. By Golden Pantry. Golden Pantry, we've got what you need. By McCarr Homes. McCarr Homes, built right. Right where you want to be. And by Locos. With salads, sandwiches, wings, burgers, and entrees, there's something for everyone at Locos.